the CPDM and other political parties contesting for the first ever regional elections in Cameroon have started wooing their electorate as far as the December the 6th regional election is concerned. Campaigns have kicked off timidly in various regions, and political pundits in the Southwest promise to do proximity campaign. Back in the studio, I'm seeing the company of our two political analysts, one from the civil society and another from the University of Buea. And I want to start this time with Mr. Ngate Ndona to ask him how prepared is the Northwest and the Southwest as far as regional election is concerned.
Anyway, I just want to begin by saying that in order to accelerate decentralization, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Biya, on the 7th of September, decree number 2020/547, convened the regional elections for December 6, 2020. And as it's the case, amidst the troubling and the crisis, I think that the Northwest and the Southwest, it's prepared, even though not as fully if there were no crisis. But I think that the efforts and the campaigns, you see CPDM has already started with their campaigns and...
No, I've not seen anything except you want to show me something.
Campaigns are already going on.
Okay.
Yeah, campaigns are going on. That's what I mean to say.
In the Northwest and
yes.
the Southwest?
And I think that they are prepared. Northwest and Southwest, we are prepared, even though not the best if there were no crisis. Remember that we are judging in a case of crisis, and I think that with the little efforts they put in during the crisis, I think that there is some form of preparation for the elections.
Mr. Bless, do you see this form of preparation is what is already announced as a partial election within the restive region of Northwest and the Southwest?
Yeah, it is very clear it's a partial one. Okay. Because you, the moderator, you mentioned here that in a conflict zone or in a crisis zone, there are both host communities and hot communities. To be candid with you, we are here to speak the truth. Nobody will leave the forest to come for this election. I'm telling you, that have been ravages, right? Nobody will leave. The truth is, if the elections are going on, and they are based on counting vote on where for the host community, then they are prepared. Because the military are doing their best for peace to retain. They are prepared. But it's going to be a partial because it will not be satisfactory to every Cameroonian. I think with peace, serenity, the election could have been taking place very well. But I still thank the head of state because this initiative was brought by him, and he's going a very long way to practicalize it. So for that, I give him an applause. Thank you.
How effective will this election be, Mr. Ngate?
Mr. Moderator, I don't know if we have the impression that the most part of the Northwest and Southwest are in the bushes. We have the impression that there's no life in town. Everyone is in the bushes. Maybe that's the impression we have.
How effective
because
will this election be?
What I'm trying to say is that so long as there is life, there is election. It's a right. It's a right for everyone to vote. Those who are there.
Is there life in Munyenge? Is there life in Kwakwa?
You mean to say there are no people living in Kwakwa? Is that what you mean to say?
No, we are asking whether there is life there in a way that election can take place genuinely.
Mr. Moderator, I have said here, you asked the question. I have said here that preparations are going on, but not the best because of the crisis. We talk as though Cameroon is the only country where elections are going on with crisis. I'm sure in Afghanistan and Libya and all the rest, there are no elections because they're in crisis and war. There are no elections. I think maybe there are no elections there. We talk as though Cameroon is the only country where there is crisis and there are elections. Mr. Moderator, the people are prepared, even though not the best, but some people are prepared. And I think that if we want to change anything in this country, it's through the ballot.
I want to stay with you.
I don't ascribe to boycotting elections. And I don't ascribe to, I think that we young people, it's our right, and we Cameroonians are right to vote.
But do you understand the language of political parties of the opposition, especially some leaders who think that the election is not the electoral codes that is supposed to play arbitration within the various parties is not consensual, does not have the opinion of everybody. Taking, for example, that leaders or head coordinators of election body in Cameroon are nominated by a contesting candidate, His Excellency President Paul Biya, who is the president of the CPDM.
I understand political parties, for example, like MRC or Professor Maurice Kamto. But what is shocking is that this very electoral code, he believed in it. Immediately he created his own party, he became against it. But it's this very electoral code that he protected.
No, the electoral code came in 2012 when Professor Kamto had already resigned from the government. So you cannot say he protected it.
MRC was created in what year?
It was created ending 2013.
2013?
Yes.
Yes. So I just think that people are...
They have no points?
No, they have a point.
Okay.
They have a point. They have a point. There are some cases where there have been some irregularities. Okay. So they have a point. Our prayer is that things are free and fair. That's our prayer. But to discard elections to say that they must change the constitution, that's where I have a problem. Okay. That's where I have a problem. Because Professor Maurice Kamto is one of those who worked on the constitution of this country.
No, he worked on the penal code, and that was back in 2008.
He worked on the penal code, and he defended the constitution. Remember that he was minister delegate.
In charge of justice and
in charge of justice. The very justice is castigating now.
No, you cannot blame a repentant government officials for have served in his country. I think all of us, we are called to serve fatherland, Mr. Bless. And I want to ask you, how effective will the regional election that is happening for the first time as one of the last building tools for our democratic process? Do you see it really coming to fill that gap after 26 years? After 24 years from the 1996 Constitution, announcing decentralization.
Mr. Siri, there's no country that has a problem. Okay. There's no country that does not have a problem. But since we are humans, and we think we can do as we like, you cannot be saying that you are a Cameroonian, that you cannot look your brother in the eye or in the face and tell him the truth. We cannot. Instead, we are ravishing the situations. We cannot do that. The only way, the umbilical cord to peace is truth and justice. The umbilical cord. So when I see you know something very well and you try to mingle it, it is not that you are not a patriotic Cameroonian.
And what we clear for our viewer, are you saying that this election is full of lies?
No, I'm not saying that the election is full of lies. I'm saying that if we claim we are Cameroonians, that we are, let's make things straight.
Let's support the elections.
Let's support the elections. Let's support the elections and make things straight. How? The electoral committee should make things straight.
How?
Ourselves, us as individuals, should make things straight. If we are voting, let's vote the right people.
No, do we know this election constitutes the grand electorate, councillors,
yes,
municipal council? They are the ones to vote.
That's
plus
what I'm
traditional
saying.
rulers.
That's
and we are
I'm
asking you. We know the chief on four or the Fonam saw in the Northwest region, for example, was captivated by the men of the underground, and one of the instructions given to him was that he should not partake in the rigmarole election. According to the guys of the underground election that is being cooked up to assimilate the Northwest and the Southwest. Do you hold that opinion that the chief of SOP might have challenges to vote as his prerogative of the regional election warrants him to do?
Yeah, he's a human. He might face difficulties to vote because he's fear of death. He's a human. Bullet can pass through him. He's a human. But now the problem I'm saying, the councillors and the chief, let's vote people that are competent to rule. Not voting people that have money that will bribe their way. Because they used to say, those that have ideas have no power, and those that power have ideas. Let's try to give power to those that have ideas. So that the Cameroon that we are saying that we are patriotic Cameroonian, it should be the Cameroonians want it to be in the nearest future.
Can this language be understood when we have a list here showing how members of the CPDM have contributed money to support the campaign in their various regions? Can that language still circulate in the mind of municipal councillors when they go for vote, knowing that top officials of their party put a lot of resources at their disposal for them to cast the right vote according to party disciplines?
Mr. Cyril, before answering your question, I want to support my co-panelist.
For the first time?
Yes, no, I've been supporting him.
Okay.
Yes. Not to vote is a crime.
Okay.
Yes, because you owe a duty to the state to participate in the election, and to deceive others not to vote, to derail others not to vote is a crime. And secondly, coming back to your question, I'm not a member of the CPDM, but the way the CPDM has penetrated the grassroots, the only party that I see how organized they are is the CPDM, and it's a strategy for elections. Whether they contribute money or not is their strategy. And I think that if other parties could copy from them to be able to go down to the grassroots, it will be people vote everywhere. Like in America, you see Democrats have their strategy and Republicans have their strategy. That's simply a strategy for the CPDM. And you see how much they invest. They even go out of their pockets to contribute so that they can get people vote their party. Remember, if MRC and SDF,
MRC is not part of this election.
yes, because MRC are shying away and they're misleading Cameroonians.
No, they could not be part of it because
no. Remember.
They hold the point that
there is war in the Northwest, but I see it as being selfish. When there was war, when there was a peak of war in 2018, Professor Maurice Kamto expected that he will not go for elections because of personal reasons and selfish reasons. He went in for elections. When he lost, he came now to say there's war. There have been war in the Northwest and Southwest since 2017. And 2018, if you can bear with me, that was a peak. He still went in for presidential elections. When he lost, he's talking about war now in the regional elections. It cannot go. It cannot go. They should learn how to get to the roots. CPDM, like I said, have their strategy, and their strategy is paying off. There's nowhere in Cameroon where there's no CPDM. Go even to Sabongari, you see somebody with a CPDM t-shirt. They are everywhere. They are penetrating. But we sit and we make noise. We give decrees on social media, and we think those people are working. Their militants are working. They can die for their party. No. Like I've said, I am representing the civil society. I am not CPDM, but I just want to admire how people can die for their ideology. They believe in their ideology, and they support their ideology. Go anywhere in Cameroon, you see CPDM. Instead of making noise on social media and talking about, because yes, the rule of law is not respected. That's what MRC is saying. It's not respected. But they are forgetting, everybody claims about rights, but we forget to talk about duty. Yes, it's my right to ensure that there is law. But it's also my duty to vote. When I don't vote and when I derail others not to vote, it's a crime. And I think that whoever in the Northwest that votes is a brave person, and I just want to appreciate it. It's a difficult terrain, but they make efforts to go and perform their civil duties.
After you, Mr. Ngatem, Mr. Prince, do you see having the aura it used to have in the 1960s?
Yes, why not? Okay. They will, because if the House of Chiefs is coming back, it means that they have go back and consultation has been made previously to see how powerful and problem-solving the House of Chiefs was, and they have initiated it back. If you see anything that goes, a policy that goes and comes, it means that it's a very good policy. So they will achieve that power.
And are we saying that through this election we will fulfill the package of special status and peace will regain the Northwest and the South?
I cannot in totality tell you peace will regain in the Northwest and Southwest because I'm not God. And I cannot tell you tomorrow. I don't see tomorrow. I'm not a prophet. But the problem is we just pray that peace, this election should be a gateway for peace to the southwest and northwest.
Is the die casted in a way that peace will effectively come back to the northwest and the southwest, Mr. Bless?
Mr. Siri, I told you the other time that the Anglophone crisis is not somebody's thing. You cannot in totality put your hand up that you are an Anglophone and you can do this or that. It is a spirit. It's a spirit that needs unity to bring peace. And through that unity, truth and justice must be the umbilical cord of peace. And reconciliation. When truth is there, if I look at you and say, brother, I'm sorry, sincerely, automatically, you don't need to say anything.
Okay.
Reconciliation.
You have the platform that we can go for election without all these preliminaries.
No. My analyst said, let me add something. Professor Maurice Kamto is boycotting this regional election.
This is not the only one.
Excuse me. The SDF, yes. Even the SDF, they have boycotted this regional election.
How many councils do they have?
Excuse me. These elections, they are councillors and chiefs that are going to vote. Now, in 2018, every Cameroonian, it was a presidential election. That every Cameroonian was supposed to vote, which it was to many very difficult for them to go in for that election. They did not boycott.
Yes.
When they saw that the CPCM was winning them, the truth is, we don't care. Excuse me, let me talk, Mr. Moderator. Mr. Moderator. Yes. Excuse me. Let me react to that. He said he won the 2018 elections. Now, that there was a hearing for everybody, even Professor Maurice Kamto.
I think that debate is still on. Let's come back to the topic.
Let me talk. Now, there at the debate until CPDM carried the day.
No, you can't say that.
Excuse me to
the
say
Constitutional
that.
Council ruled in favor of the CPDM and declared His Excellency President Paul Biya as the President of the Republic of the country. But it didn't cancel the litigation. Excuse me. We are taking the topic elsewhere. Yes. I'm coming to you. No. You have jumped the question. Mr. Bless.
I want to talk, Mr. Moderator.
Focus on the question.
I'm focusing on the question. Now, when the CPCM carried the day, I wanted to say that my co-panelist said that I'm not the CPCM. I don't practice politics. But the problem is we enjoy the way the CPCM manipulates or go about their issues. If we have to face difficult here, what should be the barrier? What should be the panacea? If it is money, CPCM will go into their pocket, remove the money, and flood. Even in my village,
they have this.
That you say
they have the same machinery. They are the one in the government. They are the one in the council. They should have the resources to do so.
Excuse me. Now in the United States, Donald Trump have the resources. Who is the president-elect?
No, just that the law, just that the way the rule of law functions in the United States, Mr. Bless, excuse me, Mr. Bless, you cannot compare our democracy and that of the United States of America. And I will be coming back to you. Yes, Mr. Ngate, we were asking ourselves, would the House of Chiefs actually be effective? And would that possibly lead to a final peace in the Northwest and the Southwest? And Mr. Bless was telling us that, well, we cannot guarantee that through the regional election we are going to obtain final peace. And I'm asking, then why not look for the peace before having the elections?
So the nation will cease to exist. The nation will cease to exist. I know what is happening, and I just want to say that boycotting this election by any political party, before I come to your question, I want to support what he was saying. When the SDF and the CPDM could vote, and when their votes could count, they did not boycott. They went.
We don't have representatives of the CRM and the SDF on the platform, so maybe let us avoid calling their names, because they are not there to back themselves.
Okay, wait.
And we're playing a very illogical game.
Pardon me, my fault. Okay. When the political parties would have decided not to go in for vote, when they had to decide, if peace at all meant for them, if the war and the crisis meant something for them, at that peak point, they would have. But now that they don't have the constituencies and the councils, and they see that going for election is of no consequence, they come out and declare they're not going for election. Not going for election is still as non-consequential as going in for elections for them. You asked a question about the House of Chiefs. Anglophones enjoy the way things were in 1961. And I think that every other effort to peace is necessary. Whether it will bring lasting peace or not, I want to laud every other effort. Bringing back the House of Chiefs and regional elections, it's a way of the special status that many of us were asking for the content. I think the content now is playing out and we're seeing it. And if we're not happy about the House of Chiefs that we used to enjoy in the 1960s, then I don't think we actually want something, because the peace process is gradually. It's not a final, you know, Mr. Siri, it's not an event. It's gradual. It's gradual. The major national dialogue came after they announced the special status. Many people went.
Dialogue that is still contested, that leaders of the Anglophone faction that are detained in the Konenge maximum security prison were absent. You are calling that that was a genuine recipe?
It might not have represented all the factions that people wanted, but I think that it was an effort of the government to bring solutions to this crisis.
And to Mr. Lensley that is writing from Limbe, who says the thought of having successful election in the northwest and the southwest is like finding a drop of water in the Sahara Desert or on rocks. I have pity on anyone who holds such views. They have no respect for Cameroonians who die every day in the crisis region. Regional elections will not end this crisis. And I told you this was coming from Leslie. Leslie is a viewer, faithful viewers that always watch us from Limbe. Mr. Bless, you're already used to Leslie, and he come again telling you that you are just you are just grinding a soup here on the platform and it has no weight.
That's what I said. That nobody is powerful to stop the Anglophone crisis. Anglophone crisis is a spirit. He just reiterated what I said, that he will not stop the crisis. There are genuine steps to take to solve Anglophone crisis. And it takes peace. Peace does not only take one or two things. Peace has a whole of factors that will make him present. Which, of course, we were asking my co-panelists about dialogue. The last national dialogue, which some people have described it as a sharif. And indeed, why am I saying indeed? Because the dialogue was supposed to be between the conflicting parties. The leaders of the secessionists and the government. Because, I say and the government because the federalists here have not shed any blood. Those that have shed blood is the government and the secessionists. And who is the government want to dialogue with? Which the self-proclaimed leader, Seseko Julius Ayotabe, is in your sec. You are keeping him. And you are saying that let's have the ground.
You cannot say I'm keeping him, Mr.
No, when I said you are keeping, I'm referring to the government.
Okay.
I'm referring to the government. And there are other strongholders in the diaspora that you need to invite them to come.
Some were invited.
Some were
invited. They
did not come.
The invitation.
They did not come. They did not come. Now, what was the venue? At least you are the first person for your security. How can you be inviting a goat to dine with the lion in the lion dens? It is not covered.
There's supposed to be a minimum level of trust.
It's supposed to be a minimum level of trust when there are moderators. And nobody was a moderator there. No party came as a moderator. No council, no organization was a moderator.
But the same people turned down the switch initiative.
Yeah, the same people turned down the switch initiative. With that, I cannot really say much. Because they have their own procedures. I, for one, am not a secessionist. If I were, then I would know the intricacies why they turned down the switch dialogue.
I have the impression I'm not getting you so well. You are for the election at the same time. You are for the return of peace in the northwest and the southwest. And the government organizing election, according to Mr. Angate, is a way to bring peace in the northwest and the southwest. Where do you position yourself?
Where I position myself is elections should take place. Cameroon have 10 regions, and 2 regions are on trouble. The system cannot be stagnant because some regions have trouble.
Oh, so
now
the minority rights are violated.
They are not violated. They are not violated. In spite of the fact that
for 4 years, 3,000 Cameroonians have been ravished in the northwest and the southwest, and you say that they should undermine their portfolio on the table.
No, for the fact that the majority have the say, but the right of the majority for the minority should be respected.
I'm not sure this is the same. This is the same argument you have. I'll be back to you, Mr. Bless. I'm not sure this is the same argument you have calling for election, Mr. Ngati.
In times of conflict, every little effort is counted. Regional elections are meant to bring the governance of the nation to the local communities, to the chiefs and to the regional councillors. And remember that that's part of effective decentralization. And it goes a long way to satisfy some of the grievances that led to this crisis. So I think that the regional elections, it's in time and it's necessary because the power that is so centralized will be given now to the regional councils and to the House of Chiefs, and they will be the one to be deciding between the state and the local councils. And that goes in a long way to bring governance to the local man in such a way that he will be taken care of and not forgotten. And I think that that's a way, that's an effort towards bringing peace.
But Mr. Ngaten, from the civil society, you know that the same actors are going to come back with different clothing now for regional. For example, the case of Center and Afunzi, the former government delegate, is announced again as a candidate for the regional election. And it will be almost the same coloration nationwide, including the Northwest and the Southwest, where the same people who have been either government official and gone on retirement will be the same people to wear the cloth of politician now and become regional. What practical change do you think the grassroots population are going to harvest from this new election?
The highest we have to do is to vote them out.
How do you do that?
By going to elections.
This is an indirect suffrage where it is open only to grand electorate. How do you, as an individual of the Northwest and the Southwest, change the status quo without being a municipal councillor?
The municipal councillors have their regions to protect, have their people to cater for. The municipal councillors are not there for their sake. They are there for their local communities and their quarters. So they should in turn respect the will of their people and vote they do not want. And to say that because someone not perform well in a particular function, he will not perform well in another one is just, you cannot be sure, you cannot be for sure.
After that, we will take the next part of the question that talks of justice and freedom, talking about serenity in Cameroon.